Record. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Pun Factor here, bringing you some more Green White Value Town. I made one change from the last couple games. I want to try this little utility Land of Love. It's probably bad, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a go. I'm gonna keep it a secret from my buddy here, Slick. I saw somebody else talk about this like 2 years ago on some like thread, and I just want to give it a try. It does give us a couple outs to certain situations, but other than that, everything is staying the same, and I am playing my buddy Slick once again with his a different version of Amulet Titan. He's actually playing the Breach version, right, bud?
That is correct. So, just kind of run over this real quick. Amulet Breach, basically same core lands that you would find in Amulet Titan, with a couple of minor exceptions like Teetering Peaks. That's mainly about it. Everything else the same. Secure Tribe Scouts, Amulets, Ancient Stirrings, Packs, Zusa, Coalition Relics, through the Breach. That's the big kicker here. And with that, through the Breach comes two main board, Emrakul, Aeon's Torn as well. Sideboard, it's a mishmash of what you would normally expect with Amulet, so like Tracker, Hornet Queen, Rexage, Ballista, stuff like that. Being that I'm wearing red splash, red-green is the primary colors here. Running stuff like a Braids, Fire Spout off the side. Still running Rorik Thar for those types of matchups. Another Pact Negation, a Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter and Random Map, Rambu map, can't say that. If you gotta do a Tron and stuff like that, another EE, some relics. Card that I have seen people running and I have yet to try it, Chameleon Colossus. Protection from black, pops itself, can be any creature type, so I'm sure that seems like it's there for probably
Death Shadow.
Death Shadow.
Yeah, Death Shadow and like John, excuse me, John and Rock.
Yeah. Just because of the protection from black, and it can pump itself pretty big, so there's that too.
Yeah, definitely a good card.
Interesting card. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Hopefully, I think it's going to go better for you this time.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. Can't shake those. There's at least a chance that no matter how bad I misplay, I could just through the Breach and Emrakul. So
that's fair. It's kind of like when people toss in like Retreat to Corehelm in this deck because it's so atrocious that like, well, guys, I might just be able to rip a retreat off the top.
Yep.
All right, guys. So we're on the play here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our hand. Ooh.
I hear you.
Oh.
This was an oov. Pretty much nothing that I want to necessarily see in my hand.
This is interesting because like this card. So let's think about this, guys. We go turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. We might just. I wonder if we could just get there with that. I'm gonna. This is a really stupid keep, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep it.
I'm not gonna keep one. Wow. Okay, that got worse. So I should have kept that one. Man, that one was bad, and this is just like even more terrible. This really is not. This is actually like not possible to keep. So.
Ooh, down to 5.
We have to keep this one. It's not great, but it could get there with some help.
And he puts one on top of his library. Okay, guys, so we're going to go ahead and start off here. Basic Forest Noble. Pretty basic stuff.
So, in keeping with theme, we're gonna Jim's turn and go. Just really heavy, hard plays right off the bat.
Just dropping bombs. Let's see what we draw here. Oh man, that's just what we needed. One, two, okay. I don't think our life total here is going to be overly relevant. So let's go ahead and get some stuff out here.
Gross.
3, 4.
Okay, so the draw, not my favorite, but can't win them all? Question mark.
Only on Saturday. Hey, it's Saturday.
It is Saturday. So let's think this through, because they're so let's go ahead and do this for now. Get this started at any rate.
Get the train going, huh?
Yep.
All right, guys. Let's see what we draw here. Wow, this is really awkward. Super awkward hand.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
That's something.
That's the thing. Well, I mean, this voice is a problem, but you know, it is what it be. So let's get that back out here. See what we draw. That's actually decent. It's waiting on you.
Oh, I'm sorry, my man.
You're fine.
Sorry, I got really excited
Okay.
about my birds.
Yeah, some nice birds you have there, for sure. For sure. So, let's think this through. And there's that, but that's not greatest either. We want to keep that for now. Let's get this out. I don't want it in my hand, and I don't want it on the field, but hey. It does me no good in my hand currently.
I mean, you could make Secure Tribe Scout a 3/3 or a 3/1.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I need it.
I know.
I need the Tribe Scout here, so sure. Let's go ahead and get that out.
Interesting.
And then we'll just kind of move along here.
So here's the reason I kept this hand. And we're going to see this happen.
Oh. All right. So that's fine at least, but that's not fine. That's a big problem. Um, Neat.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Oh man, and I accidentally clicked past something there.
Secret Tribe.
Yeah, which really sucks to some degree. That, all in all, just was not the coolest thing that we could have done here. So, yeah. I mean, we can do that, but I don't think I have any way out of this, to be honest. Because even if I play a Titan, is you have flying.
Yeah, I mean, what's in your hand? Doesn't really matter at this point.
A Titan and a Summoner's Pact and some lands. So like I could have or could get a Titan out probably, but it's just not gonna matter. Per se. Well, let me think here. I did fuck up already. So there's that.
Screw up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No children are watching this.
This is a family-friendly show.
Let me think here. Is there... Let's say I do. This. Play this. Tap this. Yeah, I think I messed that up a little bit.
Yeah, when you click through your Secure Tribe, because that comes in tabbed.
Uh-huh. I mean, I can do that dance, but like everything coming in tapped is the problem. That's kind of where we're at right now. Sure. One short. Anything useful? Probably not. Yep. Yeah, we're kind of bad boat here. All right. Yeah, we'll just that was unfortunate. Honestly, not a bad. I would have been in a pretty decent position if it were not for the Westville Abbey.
Well, that's like so. The main reason this is in the deck that I just kind of want to try out is, if you go to get like board wiped, I can just like in response, get Westphal Abbey with a knight. And then sack all the stuff, and that's indestructible. So like, seems good, and it also closes out games really fast.
Yeah, that was interesting. I mean, it wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad game on my part, aside from the one misclick past my Secure Tribe Scout. I mean, it would have been a turn 4 Titan, so like, not terrible at any rate. Unfortunately, I just couldn't really deal with. I mean, 7 on turn 4 and 3 is a little too much. with flying anyway. That's
Yeah.
just rough.
Yeah, 9, whatever it is.
Pretty sure I think it's a 9/7, but still, it's just gross.
Yeah. So this is the package we're bringing in, guys. Obviously, EE's for Hornet Queen, because that can just stall my board out. Outrage Evolution to kind of find my Silver Bullet hate cards. And probably take that out as well. But I can see a world where one of these comes out and we keep in an E-Wit, and I think we're just going to try it like that.
On my side, in any case, Hornet Queen, duh. Taking out Cavern, that's not really needed in this matchup. Just bringing in some more creatures. So, removal creatures, kind of the name of the game here. Let's see how this goes. It's a fluke.
Oh god, I can't keep this. There's no explanation as to why I can't keep this. Or there's no explanation needed.
Like, I could keep this, but do I? I think I'm gonna roll with it. It's got some useful pieces to it. It can get there if I need it to.
This is probably the only reason I keep this hand. It's not a good keep. I don't think that's any better. Oh, man, that's so hard. I think we want to bottom this. Yeah, I think we want to bottom it.
So, off the bat, we got, and that is the play.
Alright, so let's get this in just because we don't have a turn 1 play, and that card's pretty useless in this matchup. The only time that would be relevant, obviously, if he has Ramen up, but can't worry about that right now. That's not the game plan.
Alright, so this hand... Not too bad. Let's go ahead, drop this, bring this back, and leave it at that.
Okay, so here's an interesting thought. Do we go here for that? Or do we just land go? I feel like it's land go at this point. He doesn't have an amulet out. He could play an Azusa, which is going to make me feel really silly.
So, we're just going to go ahead and just keep moving ahead.
This is like the slowest hand. Actually, I can't even play this out.
Got a weird color skew here of black and gray.
Yes, I do. I mean, I would be able to get this out if I needed to, I guess, with pulling that sort of shenanigans. 1, 2, then we would be at 3. So he drops a Titan next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to be able to drop a Titan. If we had a Mana Dork, we would be in a good position, but we don't, so... I think at this point, I mean, it's tough. We have to get a creature out there, and not seeing a mana dork. This game was really rough.
So, God smile upon me this day. So,
Yep.
there's that.
I was gonna concede, but I'll let him have it just because he's been getting his butt kicked all night.
Yeah, you gotta let me like do the swing in, and then you can concede.
I'll sack all my permanents just for you.
Oh man, that feels so good.
There it is. There it is.
There it is. All right. That actually wasn't the game plan. I just happened to top deck that.
That is fair. That is completely fair.
And that is the one nice. If you just want to see, that's what we were sitting on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I clicked.
So before I top decked a win, I was sitting on 2 Summoner's Packs, another Bounce Land, a Fire Spout, and a Hornet Queen, and threw the Breach.
Okay.
So
You had the stuff.
I had stuff anyway. I had a game, and then I just got to win instead.
And you're not wrong. That's what's nice about through the breach and being able to top deck stuff like that.
Sometimes you just need to have an easy W.
So this is like also a slow hand, but we have this. So I think we're going to go ahead and keep this.
So this is fast, but it bite me, but I'm gonna keep it.
Did you say this is fast?
It is fast. I have fast, but we'll find out if that's all I have.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just fetch our Temple Guard, and let's just go ahead and get those out of the deck. Okay.
And that is a weird draw. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. Do that. That's really not when to see. To be honest. So we're gonna have to discard here.
Which is awkward.
Which is a little awkward. But it's okay because we're actually just gonna dump this, which will just go back into the deck.
Yeah, that's all. That's kind of nice too.
Well, that is another nice portion of this deck, because if I have to dump an Emrakul for some reason, especially if it's like mid-late game and I can just shuffle everything that's dead back into my library, that's useful.
That's very useful. So, I don't think we're going to need this turn. So I think what we might want to do here... Let's go ahead and... Whoop. Play out a 5/5. Seems good. This is a great target for this. Ideally, we can hit land next turn, but we'll see what happens.
So, off of that, we're going to go ahead and get that out. And then that leaves us in a kind of interesting position.
Bear in mind, I don't have an active knight. I can't like.
Yeah, I know. This is the at least.
This is the shield's downturn.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things I could do here. It's just which is more helpful. Let's go ahead and do this. And bring that thing back down to size. And then get this out. And let's go ahead and bring this back.
So Bajuka Bog's annoying, but it's expected. So let's go ahead, play this out. 3, 4, 4, 5. He's gonna be able to play something from his hand. We'll just play it safe here.
So, there's that.
Huh.
Which, interestingly enough, can you block this?
No, it has protection from colored spells.
And I
it
guess the
takes an extra
Annihilator
turn.
triggers for.
And there's Annihilator.
I mean, it will go away. I guess it just depends on. It will also leave you very low. Unless there's
Annihilator 6?
something goofy you can do. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm thinking. No. I don't think there's anything I can do here.
So that's gonna go off. And
1, 2, 3. And Annihilator. Yeah, I think that's pretty much just it, dude.
I can't think of any way that you get out of it, especially being left at 2 health.
Wasn't expecting the Emrakul there. Jeez. Okay. Oh man, that was just something else. Okay. Yeah, that's it, man. You're a Zusa. I mean, I can't. Whew. So let me show you what I was holding, just to give you my thought process here. I kind of thought that. Okay, so I thought you were gonna like drop a prime time, and I was gonna flash in a Hushwing Griff.
I was.
Did you top deck that again?
Uh,
That's
so I was going to flash in a time, or I wasn't going to through the breach it. I was just going to try to play it like normally, because I had enough land, assuming you didn't blow any up. So that was going to be mine. You were going to flash in Hushwing.
yeah.
Creatures under the battlefield don't cost abilities trigger. So that would have at least stuffed my land pool.
Yeah.
Eldritch Evolution. Kind of an interesting hand.
Well, the knight. So basically, the knight sacks there, and then
Yeah.
next turn, I'm able to grow. I could have eventually got to the point where, I mean, your prime time probably would have gotten in. You would have started to get there. I would have gotten to the point where I probably could have gotten a Westfell Abbey, or even EEing for Excavator.
I think we would have had. I mean, it would have definitely been a game between us. Because I mean, after playing out my Titan, it would waiting for stuff to appear, whether it was Summoner's Pact or whatever.
Yeah.
So that would have been kind of interesting. I mean, now if I my Titan, of course, I could have tried to do like getting like Talarias or whatever.
So I will say that I brought a Knave and Mind Sensor, so if you would have snagged a Talaria, I would have VE'd, or I would have evolutioned into, from my bird into a Mind Sensor so you couldn't search your deck. I mean, you could have searched the top 5 cards.
Yeah. Which is always bad.
Yeah, so like that was...
I mean, there really there wasn't much you could do. I mean, you just can't. It's not a game that you can handle when someone drops an Emrakul. I mean,
no, not in
that was
situation.
Just pure. Apparently, my luck has spun around from the last 6 games, and now I'm just drawing like just Emrakul like crazy.
Well, you know we need to play it again, right?
For sure.
So here we'll just keep the thing rolling.
Let's just roll.
So two rounds of, man, that was like, did I get a game out of you? Yeah, did I have Westfell Abbey?
The first one. Yeah.
Okay.
You pulled like a mini Emrakul on me. Which, I mean, that thing's rough. I mean, if you get a situation where you can pull that off like you did, like on turn, like, I don't know, was it like 3?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, it's pretty hard to deal with a 9/7 indestructible lifelink flying creature by turn 3.
So this is nice. This hand's great because that will come down and be a threat. So it's definitely a keep. But he kept probably an Emrakul Breach hand.
No. This hand is weird. It's 1 card away from being like the perfect hand that's ever existed. But that doesn't mean much.
So that wasn't a bad pickup here late game. I'm actually pretty fine with that draw. So
okay.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay. So we're rolling this pretty fast here. So this is an amazing fair value town hand. I mean, if we were playing a fair deck, this is where we want to be. Like, like straight up, there's no question. This is like sweet.
Yes, a fair deck.
fair, fair deck and modern don't go together.
Okay. This is the thinker. This is where I throw the game. Let's make sure I don't mess up. Likely that I would, so not do that. So I think we go here. And then we're gonna go here. And then we go here.
I feel like this is a breach turn. Yep. Or just a Titan turn.
You'd be right on that count. So I think we have to take what we have while we have it to try to get some type of advantage here.
Ugh. I don't think we're long for this world. All the value.
Lots of value hanging out here. Alright, so this is a little more interesting. I think we're gonna go ahead and do this dance.
That's not what we wanted to see. Alright. I think the writing's pretty much on the wall. Let's see what he snags with this. Okay, that's the least of my worries. See what we draw here, guys. That's not what we want to see. I don't think we have a way out of this at all.
Where's her?
Let's go ahead and let's just play out what we can. Yeah, we're not gonna survive.
So kind of interesting. Think here. Yeah, that's not enough.
4, 5, 6.
So let's go ahead and do this.
Yep.
Just to make sure that we keep things where we want them. Now there's that. Sure, matter. And then we will just, no, that's fine. Get that out and do the dance. So
Vesuva 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 8. Yep.
alright. And
I'm gonna save us time here.
yeah, I don't think
There's like trying to think. Next turn, I would have been able to flip a Westvale, probably. Maybe it was really close, but we're too far gone here.
I mean, even from you're just gonna take a lot of damage one way or the other.
Yeah, we are too far gone.
And at that point, I have everything on the field. All right.
Yeah, that was brutal.
I basically had like the perfect Amulet Titan hand except for the Pachuca Bog. Just because that kept me from playing like a Tribe Scout or whatever turn 1. Or an Amulet or whatever I wanted to play. But the rest was just like each piece of the puzzle.
What was there?
It was literally like Tribe Scout, Azusa, like bounce land, Amulet, prime time. Like it was like each little piece that was basically needed. I think like 2 bounce lands or whatever. It was like essentially like perfection.
You had the hand.
I had the hand.
Nothing wrong with that.
It happens. For sure.
I feel like with the Breach version, there's just so much more. Like when you play the non-Breach version, I think it's very easy to calculate. Like that 1 mana, from 5 to 6 is huge. It's just easier to figure.
I mean, it's also kind of interesting with the Breach like I'm still running Lichen Relics as well, like the other version. So that's like just as that helps the regular um, version have some consistency against like hate. That also helps me do the same thing, but with Through the Breaches.
Yeah, no, I just think
uh,
Through the Breach just has more options, honestly. Like at the end of the day, I mean, you can just throw the Breach of Titan to get your mana out.
Yeah.
You know, which I know you've done before. We've played this in the past.
I'm gonna try to keep this.
Yeah, so this hand, guys, I didn't see any of my specific cards I'm kind of looking for out of the side, but it's just a solid hand. I just kind of felt like it's a hand I should keep. Like, regardless of what he does, like, I'm not going to be able to fight an Emrakul.
You can't play that game because you just can't.
No, like, I don't think there's anything. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing that I could bring in that would make me beat that. Okay, so I think it's crucial that we get this online. So let's go ahead and do that.
So
Kind of hate that card. Even though I'm running one.
no. Gotta kind of think here. So let's go ahead and do. I don't really want to do that, but just get it out. Why not?
4. Oh man, I got scared. I thought it was gonna be a Through the Breach. It's like, are you kidding? Like, you literally have 5 mana. Are you kidding me right now?
Let me. If that. Yeah. No. Close.
Like, I literally thought you were tapping for a Through the Breach, and I was just gonna like
die. Well, basically like one shy. Yeah, because
No, you
and
had the 5, didn't you?
no, because I played the. Also, my bounce land is a Simic, and it's not like a Gruul Turf. If I had a, because I did Radiant Fountain Simic to play Azusa, and then I brought Simic back, so I had 4. I'm like 1 off of being able to do that stupidness.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't think there's any circumstance where that would have ever worked.
Alright, guys, so we gotta play this smart here. Let me just. This is key. This is key. And that activation is crucial. So we can get away with going here and playing this out for. Okay, now he can't scout. right now. So the problem is, as soon as Scout is able to activate, he can play around my Ghost Quarter with it. So how do I want to end this turn here? Let's just pass. We know he has a bunch of land.
Yeah, this is just a weird circumstance here for obvious reasons. Thanks to Ghost Quarter just hanging out. And that's just not gonna really get me where I want to be, which is the problem.
Okay, I got to think about this here. So if I Ghost Quarter T West, he'll probably do that to bounce it. So that was one land drop. Huh. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, no weird boat here. Because the problem is what I suspect, which is that.
Yeah, we can't let that happen. At least, so here's the thing. At least if we do this, even if he has another bounce land to bring this back and kind of like negate our Ghost Quarter, his Amulet, he's not going to get the mana from it. Problem is he could play another bounce land, be it 5, and Breach. Or wait, is Breach 2 red or 1 red?
1 red.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to Breach regardless. So, like, I feel like we cut him off that anyway. Okay. Or he just like flashes it. Oh, he does. You have to bounce a land. For which you could just play a bounce land and I guess play a prime time.
So here's the interesting part. Okay. I sequenced this right. because that's what I was planning on. I knew that's the sequence that was going to happen here. So the question was, how can I play this to manipulate to at least get myself enough to be able to breach? Now, we're not talking about instant win, so we're not there. But everything helps. For sure.
So this was probably a mistake on my turn. I kind of knew he had a Titan, or at least a way to get a Titan. And I didn't do the math thinking, yes, I'm taking him off mana, but he's still getting mana from my Ghost Quarters.
That's the math that I was doing.
Yeah, like that's the math that I didn't do. So like I should have just let him have all of those. And
I essentially was calculating, if you Ghost Quarter twice, can I tap correctly to get just enough to not screw myself over?
yeah, I probably should have just like let that happen. I mean, at the end of the day, okay, I take 6 here. It sucks. Take 12. All right. 17, 18, 19, down to 7. I could be 7 or 9. I think it's just kind of irrelevant. So we'll just let this happen. I think tracker's probably more important. At least that goes away. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake on my part.
That was a hell of a turn.
Yeah, I shouldn't have. I
That
shouldn't
was a
have.
lot of thinking on both of our sides.
I think at the end of the day, the way to attack this deck, if you have an Azusa or a Sakura, I don't think I should be going after your mana. At least if you have an Azusa. I think I just need to be playing to not keep you off your mana and play to your threats. But if you don't have an Azusa or Sakura, I think I should play to your mana is probably the way to do it. Because I think I can slow you down enough if you don't have the acceleration of Azusa. Okay, I need to think here.
If I don't have a Zusa where I can do these finicky games of like replaying stuff multiple times, then yeah, I think you're on the right track.
I need to look at something really quick. Okay. So let's go ahead and play this out. No. Did we pack? No, we didn't pack. You just had it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put myself too far behind. overthinking those ghost quarters, I think.
Yeah, I'm still in a weird ditty here.
The game's not over, but there's like, you will eventually draw an Emrakul. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you're close to hard casting the damn thing, so there's that. 3, 4.
Yeah, I gotta think here though, because it's not there yet. We're like 70, we're like 60-40, maybe 70-30. But it's not over yet. Do that. Gives me that. Which is like kind of okay.
Woof. Hornet Queen. Okay.
No.
He has a Bajuka Bog in his hand, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
It's a weird one. Definitely a weird one. Do that.
So I want to get him to the point where I feel like he's kind of just top decking. And I'm fairly certain he has a Bajuka Bog in hand and not a bounce
Shit.
land.
I didn't think about that. That hurts. Yep. So that's a thing. Crap. Man.
There's no way around that though. Like,
I could have pulled another Teleria. 2 of them.
Yeah.
So the plan was obviously to do some jankery to get the mana to bounce Teleria to do the thing. So I should have pulled 2 of them instead of the Colony Guard.
Yeah.
And then that way you there was no way that you could kill both. So I just bounce whichever one you don't kill.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, and you're kind of at the point where
Like
um,
that would have been the
you're at 22. Like I don't think like your life is fine.
oh. I mean, you're not wrong. That would have been the play though. That would have been what I should have done.
Yeah.
Oh well. That happens. No big deal.
No big deal. Emrakul through the bridge. Like, sure.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna have to let that kind of scrub. Unfortunately.
One, two, three. One, two here. One, two, three. Oh wait, one, two, three, four. Right? Yeah. Let's not get any lower here on life. Okay.
Weird.
One, two, three, four, five. One, two, three, four, five. It's something. Let's see if we just.
Oh.
Do we just lose? Oh, what'd you top deck?
No, I was just thinking. Yeah, that doesn't help.
Four. Yeah, but we need that. So that is not what we were looking for here. At all. Yep. Yep. Oh man, are you hard casting an Emrakul?
No. I'm sorry. I love you. That just felt really good.
Dude.
Doesn't have haste?
It has protection, right, from all colors?
Yeah. Protection from colored spells.
Is it... Can I chump it?
Is fine. I mean, I have the part of the Annihilator, but it doesn't have trample. Now, I do think I do get the actual extra turn after this.
Yeah, you do.
Because I hard cast it.
Yeah, when you cast a spell. Okay.
You technically can chop block it. I can see a way.
Yeah, there's a way.
I mean,
need to look at my lands here.
Because it doesn't have trample, but
Two, three. No, so yeah, we're just gonna have to. Ah, well, it doesn't have trample, so it's fine. it's fine.
it's fine.
If you drop a
just in case, just a little backup there on the off chance that I have to like actually play because I have a minute and 26 seconds. So
I hate you so much. I was gonna pull out a really cool comeback here, but I was trying to think through my head, and then he just dropped an Emrakul. Hard cast an Emrakul on turn 7, just as Richard Garfield intended.
oh wow, that was turn 7, man.
Like that's like look at all the mana you have.
I have most of the mana in my deck.
I don't actually think I can block you because you have protection from colors. It says colored spells.
Yeah, it's only protection from colored spells, but I mean, obviously Annihilator, but could you just dump all your tokens?
That's why I did that.
I mean, that's why I gave it double strike.
How disgusting is that, dude?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a nice one. I mean, that was the point of double strike, because if you can chump it with the bird, then at least I can get through twice.
No, it doesn't. Because you don't have trample, none of that comes through.
Well, it's double strike, so I kill the bird on the first one, and then it hits you again.
And then it hits me again.
I believe.
No.
No?
No. If it had trample, it would have. If it had trample and double strike, it would have.
Oh.
All right, so let me actually think here. So, because I needed that bird is the thing. Ship. Well, I can actually draw a card. My life doesn't matter here in the slightest. I mean, we don't have a bird. And okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What the hell here? Okay. I still can't win. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you have 19 seconds, dude. This game is gonna be nuts.
Uh-huh.
That sucks. You only have 19 seconds. Wait a minute. I still can't do it. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. 3. I didn't play a land drop. So 1, 2, 3. This has to happen. Regardless. One. No, I can't do it. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I am 1 mana short from flipping Westfell Abbey. Because I have 3, 4, 5 mana, but I don't have a Westfell Abbey.
I guess the only question, well, I mean, yeah.
I would keep my tracker, and then I'd have a Westfell Abbey.
Which would definitely...
It would gain me 9. It would die, but it would gain me 9 if you swung in, and I would kill your prime time. Oh, it's indestructible actually. That would have been my out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but I have to tap Westfell Abbey. I can't do it.
Where are you getting the 5 mana from? Or are you like playing?
I can play 2 from my graveyard with Azusa because I already played 1. And I have another night activation. So basically go here. Go here.
I mean, you got time, so you might as well try it just to be
1,
sure.
2, 3, 4. Now I'm very sure here.
You have what, 4?
Yeah. So basically, now my out is drawing a bird. I mean, it's stupid, but it's like it would work, right? I draw a bird.
You're not wrong.
Because your prime time just does not matter against my tracker.
I mean, if I can, I'm going to give it double strike. So.
Sure, but I'm going to sack a ton of clues when you. I'm going to sack a ton of clues when you swing in with Emrakul.
That's true.
And it's going to be like a 20-20, and then you're going to die on the back. Well, you're going to chump, but man, does that really suck being off that one. I should have gotten Westfell Abbey with that last night activation. That was the problem there. Because if I go 1, 2,
you should have got it back when you did the Ghost Quarter trades for no reason.
Yeah, that was the biggest mistake of the game. 1, 2.
Because those actually set you back
really far
and put me ahead essentially.
Sacrifice 5 creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's no way I can do this. Okay, so let's try to. We gotta try to draw to an out. That's all we can do.
Oh my god.
That's unrealistic. All right, dude. You got 19 seconds.
Oh, come on. Fucking stack. No. God damn it.
So let's think about this for a hot second.
While we're here.
At the end of the, so I block Emrakul, I sack 6 clues, I go up to a 1917, I kill your prime time. Next,
well, if you sack 6, or wait, I wish it just like killed the game on my
yeah,
side.
but no, I had 7. We know it was in play. I had 7 clues. So
yeah, so the were you stacking the clues to the Annihilator, or
yeah,
were you
no, to the Annihilator.
Does that buff him?
Yeah, that's how he became an 1110 or whatever it was.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I thought you had to.
No, I didn't have that much mana to sack like 100 clues. So
he goes up to
a 19 because it would have been
11,
6.
He was an 1110.
No, he was a 1310. No, you're right. He was an 1110.
So he goes up to a 7 or 18.
No, 17. He goes up to a 17 something and kills your Primeval Titan.
Well, you gotta remember my prime time was also an 8/6 with double strike. So yeah, I guess it would depend on what your. Well, if he was an 11/10 and you sack what 7, so he goes up to a 18/17.
Yeah, yeah, because I could have chump blocked with the bird and tapped it for mana. So I would have sacked 7 clues and killed your prime time because you would have been doing 16 to me, and I would have been at 17. So prime time dies.
Maybe. I mean, theoretically, on his trigger, I could have pulled in a bounce land, bounced Teetering Peaks, and used Sakura Tribe Scout to flash it back in to give him another +2.
That's true. So okay, so let's say they trade, right? Because
it would be a trade.
Okay,
and
so let's say they trade.
You'd maybe lose like 1 health.
Okay, so they trade.
You chump block Emrakul.
I chump block Emrakul, and that doesn't get in.
So Emrakul's still chilling. I'm sitting there with Azusa,
Sakura, and Emrakul.
Except Azusa is the only thing untapped at the moment.
So, well, here's the thing though. Like most of my stuff would end up getting sacked because, like, what I would do, I don't know, dude. That game actually would have been really freaking close because.
I mean, it would have been really weird because. We're both sitting there with like.
But you wouldn't be able to swing in because every time you swung in and I chump blocked with Westfell, I gained 9 life.
Well, yeah, but when I swing in, you also at that point wouldn't have been getting clues anymore, so you would have had to sack 6 permanents every time I swing in.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
And then the other thing is, if we got past that turn, I would have used Slayer Stronghold to give Emrakul Vigilance, so he doesn't tap, just so I'm not getting hit on the backswing.
Yeah, no, you probably had that game for sure. I think you had that game.
That was a that was a ridiculous game.
All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I think Westfell Abbey's gonna stay because that card gives me some outs to otherwise horrible situations. This is Pun Factor, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.